The characters in Fahrenheit 451 never had the chance to read about human relationships in novels. Montag and his wife are the perfect example of how people had lost compassion for each other because they didn't get to read about people giving compassion to each other in novels. When Montag was found reading the books, his wife was the first one to call the firemen, and she left him at the most stressful time of his life when he really needed support. They had been staying together just to be accepted into their society where it was expected to have either a husband or a wife, but they didn't have any true compassion for each other.
Another aspect that was lost in humanity was thoughts. Thoughts were lost because society was devoid of books. They were only exposed to the thoughts that were forced upon them, and they didn't get exposed to the thoughts of others through literature. And they were not allowed to read books, and if they were caught with books or with books in their possession, their house was burned, and some people chose to burn with their house because they were already exposed to the thoughts from books, so they didn't want to keep living on with society the way it was. So thoughts were another aspect lost.
Also, they were restricted from having their own choice to learn. People were not allowed to learn anything about any religion that they wanted to. This stopped all members of society from having a belief in anything other than what society told them was already true. Also, they could not make their own decisions because they only knew what public information they had access to, which led them to not being able to have their own personal opinions.
The absence of literature creates a society devoid of compassion for others, independence, and individual thought.
Compassion? Independence?
Thought!
Should we set another piece of newspaper on fire?
No. The characters in Fahrenheit 451 never had the chance to read about other... The characters in
Another aspect of what? Another aspect...
No, what?
Finally, in the book, people were also restricted from having their own choice to learn. They were not permitted to learn about any religion, and
She's right there! She was rolling. Okay.